And it's Gordo here from Gordo's Games, and we're back for some more Digimon TCG content today. So today we'll bring you a little bit of new content from ourselves. We did ask the question in the community post about what kind of things you'd like to see, whether it be future content, this content, matches, deck profiles, various different things. So thank you for the information you gave us, and thank you for the support so far, because we have recently just reached our 400 subs, so big milestone there, and all the support that's given on the Twitch as well. If you haven't been over to there, I am live on Mondays with our locals, and Wednesdays as well with some deck testing, so feel free to check that out. But what we're all here for. So today we're going to be doing the first round of a tournament that we're looking to do. It's got BT12 Across Time set, and it's going to be 8 decks piloted by myself and some of my teammates over at Legion, and we're going to see which one comes out on top. Now, if you do enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you know when this content goes live for you. Well, you know, all in all, if you have any ideas like this, if you want to put something forward, leave it in the comments down below, or comment on one of the posts that I put out on the odd occasions. Overall, let's get into it. Go. Okay, so here we are. So on the left, you've got me playing Beelze Manixanti, and on the right, my teammate Holy Kyuchi goes by many names, playing Hunter X, which is another variant of kind of Cross Hearts. So he hatches the Monimon, goes into, I believe, the Psychmon, maybe the Gundramon. Apologies, all of these cards are new to me. It's my first time playing against it as well, so there was a little bit of back and forth explaining cards. So he was into Shoutmon King, took it under, I believe, a Clockmon, and plays out the Taiki from that. Now go hatch the Yamon, go into the Impmon. And I'm going to play down the Imako, reveal on the top 4, add a Wizard, Demon Lord, or Evil. We're going to opt for, I think we opt for the Bound one here. They're a lot harder to come by in this deck. It's very awkward ratios with the deck overall, but it works. I'm going for the Wizard X Ante in Raisin. Bit sad. Would have been nice to take the Wizard there, then go Wizard X Ante, but hey ho. And it raises up. Now all of the Hunter X cards I think have save on them, so it's kind of like it's very much like Cross Hearts, where it's just swing, chip damage, and then go for their big plays. So it's going to swing with the King, and he goes in ahead to another EX2 Imp. So there's a very stacked security. They would be nice in my deck to be able to get the trashes off, but hey ho. And he goes and plays down a excuse me if you hear clicking here, it's me looking at actual cards. It's Old Clock Shop Man, which is reveal the top 3 cards, add 1 Digimon card with save in its card and text, and 1 card with Hunter in its traits among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. So we raise out, we go into Baumon. We're going to trigger the Imako here, I believe, because we try retain turn. We're just trying to work out what we're going to hand. So we're going to put in the Beelze there. That one allows us to delete at level 3. Level 3 or lower. No, level 3 or lower. Level 3 is lowest. And then for every 10, increase that. So we'll go ahead and trash 3. So we delete one of those, that gets saved. The Beelze will play out the Imp, which got trashed earlier. Which got taken from security earlier, should I say. And then it is reveal top 4. Add a Beelze and Imako. So, they would have been nice hits a bit earlier. Okay, so we have retained turn, so we can swing with the Bower freely to try and take out that stack, which we go ahead and do. So we'll get a few additional trashes as well. So they both get saved under that. Trash 1, Rival Barrage, that will play itself out. And then trash 2. That's fine. And then Slinger, which will gain us another memory. So looking at it, we can look to go into level 6 if needed. Just to try and get a few more cards of trash, because this deck's insane. Just the level you trash through your deck. It's such a kamikaze deck, but if you have the right pieces, it's the right matchup, you can really high roll. So with the Imp X, do we opt to trash here? So on play on one Digimon, you trash an option and you can add back an evil wizard or demon lord from trash basically. We're going to opt for the startup deck Beelze, which you'll trash for. So nothing good there. So wizard, okay, wizard and a rival rivals barrage, that's nice. Let's gain a memory. I believe we release 10 there, so we do gain another memory back. Yep, so we gained just the one. So we're only at the 10 threshold, so the Beelze Blast mode isn't the play here. I think we may have the ex-ante just to take out some security. I mean, one security down is better than nothing. No, we go for the wizard trash a bit more. That's fair. That does nothing unless you Digivolve into Beelze ex-ante. I'm pretty sure I missed the trigger for that, like the entire of these games. Just a heads up. So we'll go ahead and hatch on their side. It looks like a Gunchimon back there. These have starter turns. Yeah, so start main phase for Taiki is placing one Digimon card with saving its traits from your hand. Under this table, you can draw one card. Okay, it's opted to play down the Taguri Kashi, which is the memory set for the deck. So it's not looking to be the best hand here at the moment for Holy. There's a lot of tamers in hand by the looks of it, and not a lot to push for a great deal of aggression. So I think it's looking favourable for me overall. So we have set up an imp back in Raise, and that is the imp that has, if you have 20 more cards in trash, you can Digivolve into Beelze for a cost of 3, which is nicely just be able to reduce the Digivolution cost of some of those other pieces, just to be able to, you know, really push for the aggression and additional trash with the starter deck Beelze. Okay, so we opt for a Balmon here. We're using the Imako again. So we're going to trash. So we get trash an additional 3. And we'll use the Beelze to play an imp. And then there's another Beelze that was trashed as well. We have a total of 8 cards to go and sift through. Add in the Beelze and a Imako. Always nice, good amount of search power. And overall, we're looking to we're sifting through deck quite nicely here at this point. We've got the 8 cards we're going to reveal now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No massive hits. I think was that Death Slinger? No, was it? Got Rivals Barrage off that. Wizardmon off the second one. So nothing good here because there's nothing really we can add. We've got the Blast mode. Oh, sorry, the Rival Barrage is already down. I'm losing my marbles here. So now we are just going to resolve the effect of the Beelzemon. So for all turns, for every 10 cards in trash, gain a memory. I believe we're at 20 here, and I do forget to move the memory marker, which then throws a spanner in the works. But yeah, I think we do retain turn here, so we can go ahead and swing. I think there's only like 10 in trash actually, if we're gonna at this point. But we do have quite a wide board today. We are looking to be in a good position, so we'll go and swing for 2 checks. Do we have any more trashes? We do. So we trash 1. That's then gain a memory. We should be a little bit more than 1. This is me now contemplating the fact I should have gained the 1 memory anyway. We'll go ahead trash. There we go. Definitely let's gain a memory. And then Impmon, nothing spectacular there. And then we're trashing the other 2. That's a 7th, I can't remember the name of it, 7th cluster or something like that. Basically, if you Digivolve into ex-ante, Beelzemon ex-ante, it goes to the bottom of the deck and it deletes the lowest level on board, which is quite nice. Out of nowhere, it just catches people off guard. To add an element of removal just to having be Beelzemon ex-ante Evo. Okay, so we go ahead swing there. We go into the ex-ante to then trash some more.
trash 2, good, some solid trashes there, got rid of a tamer. We go into blast mode here, I believe, here, because we'll look to push out the game. So because I believe we have 20 or more in there now, we do because we trash 2, it will unsuspend and gains 3 memory, so take us back to 1, we'll go ahead and swing again. And there we have it, and then we'll swim with the Balmon for game. So that is round 1 done. Going into round 2 here, my opponent Holy will look to take first. So we'll go ahead and hatch, go into a Gundramon there. Gundramon has the unplay effect by placing 1 Digimon card with save in its cards from text from your hand under one of your tamers, draw a card. It has an unleash and save, and has the inherent 1 attack on 1 turn if this Digimon has save in its card text, draw a card. So a little card, and it's going to play down the, I think it's Old Clock Shop Man, that's the one, which allows to reveal 3 cards, add something with save, and 1 card with Hunter. The rest get bottom decked. So we're going to go ahead and go play an Imp X, and then to Wizard. Move them over to 2. So I feel like we've been able to capitalise enough on the memory given to us. They're going to Shoutmon King there. So Shoutmon King, just that has unplay when Digimon, you may place 1 Taiki, Yu, or Mano, or Taguru, cast it from your hand without paying its memory cost. It does have Digicross, so you can get it out for being a 3 cost. And it has the inherent 1 attacking 1 turn if this Digimon has save in its card deck. Delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So overall good card. Allows us to set down the tamer and get a body on board. So it's only put me to 1 here, so it's not looking to be a favourable hand for me. So I've got Wizard just to set them back to 1 because they've got no memory set down. I think it's the Taguri, or how you say it. But I'm pretty sure my hand is filled with very little options. I could have done with the Wizard X here to start trashing things. So I'm going to go ahead and raise out the Gundramon. It's going to take a swing. Just contemplating it. Is it worth it? I mean, yeah, I don't see why not. It's got save, so what's the worst thing that happens? So we'll go and kill the Shoutmon King. So it's Deathlinger. Allows it to delete level 4 or lower. For every 10 in trash, it gets an additional level to what it can delete. So at least we can look to take out the Gundramon with a swing from one of our wizards with minimal damage to our board. But I still don't think I have anything spectacular here to do off the back of this, but we'll see. Okay, so we do get the Wizard X. So we'll go ahead, trash 2. We trash 2 Balmons. I could have done with one of those. And we'll take a swing over the Gundramon. We can use the Wizard promo Wizard effect to be able to stack a card on top of the deck and trash off the Yammon. But we don't want to do that, so we do get the Deathlinger. I mean, it's not looking fantastic for us because we've got so much memory and not a great deal to do with it. We've got an Imako there, so we can take a Evil Wizard or Demon Lord. We ought to take the Wizard there. In hindsight, things probably could have done with the Beelze just to keep searching that a little bit more. So we actually did have one in hand. So we go ahead and reveal top 4. We'll add a Beelzemon to hand. So we do get to take the, I think that's the Ex-Ante one, and pass them over to 2. Wizard Ex-Ante is a very good addition to this deck overall. Just the Digivolving over the Wizard X, get the trash 2, being able to then use the Wizard promo Wizard's inheritable to stack things on top where it's needed, and it also has the inheritable itself where it trashes to 1 swing. So all around very good cards. Same with Impmon X as well, to be fair. So he's going to play down a U. Where is that? He's playing. Oh, you're stacking something under the U. So U has the effect of, if you at the start of your main phase, you can put a card under it, I think it will save, and you gain a memory, whereas Taiki has the effect of you draw a card by meeting the same criteria. So it's currently sat at 3 memory. Okay, it's going to put me down to 1 by playing this memory resetter. So have we got an Nipmon in hand? We do have an Nipmon. So we have the one that has, if 20 or more in trash, you can Digivolve into Beelze for a cost of 3. A nice another condition to get her into the warps to Beelze without being forced into running the SEC. Okay. Yeah. It plays here. I mean, we're looking in a strong position. We have a wider board state our opponent, but they do have an awful lot of tamers, and with it being a very similar style deck to Cross Hearts, that's never a good sign to see multiple tamers down. Overall, with testing this deck, Beelze X Anti, it's a very fun deck, to be honest. There's a lot of resource management going into it, a lot of different interactions from things getting trashed, and tools available to it for BT12 and also the starter decks. So we do have the BAM one here. We are going to that for 3. Are we going to opt to use the IMAC? I believe so. It does then restrict how we go ahead and stack something, because if you haven't got anything games in memory, we're going to take the gamble on the other 2. So I believe. Alright, so we go ahead. Oh, sorry, this is the old bound one. Completely misread that there. So yeah, so this is the when attacking bound one. So we actually can't capitalize on anything there at this point. So do pass over them to 3. So I do like the old bound one on occasions, because the fact is it still has the, you know, a 10 deletion. If you have 10 in trash, you can get deleted, you can play out Beelze. Whereas the newer bound one has its, and that's a 1 Digivolve effect, it only lasts for the turn. The benefit to both is the bound one, the newer one, is 1 Digivolve, so that'll apply to if you go even up a level, if you go down a level, even if you lose that stat, it will then play out Beelze. Whereas this bound, you have to remain at level 5. But you do get on swing trash 3, which is quite nice. So depending on how you're able to build up, it does let you capitalize in some different scenarios. Okay, so we see the Shaman King, and then we see the stat going into, is it Arrest on Superior mode? Let me just grab that card now. It does like, yes, Arrest on Superior mode. So what this card does is Digivolve 4 from red, black or purple level 4 cards contain save. 1 Digivolve replace one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon under one of your other Digimon. That's a mean effect. As its bottom Disillusion card under one of their tamers, or under one of their tamers. For each tamer you have in play with a different colour, increase the maximum level this effect can choose by 1. And the end of turn, once per turn, if this Digimon has 4 or more Disillusion cards, this Digimon can attack without suspending. So basically, even if you really swing for that turn, you can go ahead and then swing again at the end of the turn, because it doesn't need to suspend for the swing to go through. And it does have a when attacking inheritable once per turn. If this Digimon has save in its card text, draw one card. But as you can see, it's getting a lot of the inheritables from the stuff underneath it, so like the Shaman King, which allows you to pop at 4k less. You've got the draw power from that of the Gundramon, as well as the khaki one in there. Once per turn, if the Digimon has save its cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. So a lot of ways to like clear out the board. It is looking a little bit bleak now on the Beelze side of things, because they do have the ability now to go ahead and swing again. Okay, yeah, so security's not really saved me there. I believe it's 12. I believe their body's 12k, so they do lose the body there, which is something. But being purely just an imp and wasn't on board, unless I've got the 20 to go into a Beelze of my own, we're looking a little bit stuck. I should remind myself by putting a counter on the trash going forward. That's what I'll keep in mind. Normally I play more into the black and red side of things. Purple is I'm dipping into a little bit going forward, because I do find the Beelze stuff to be an interesting deck and rewarding when you play it correctly. Because it is, a lot of it is down to your management of the deck, and you can really just mess yourself up by misplays. So I feel like there's a high reward for good plays. But we're not looking great here, because the problem is we've got no security. They've got 5 security left. I've got no facility to get a blocker out unless I go into the Wizard X Ante, which gives us blocker. But I don't think that's a choice at this point in time. And even then, we may lose us. Yeah, there we go. So we've gone ahead to delete that. So we're banking on having nothing to play out with Rush. That's about all we can do. But we'll see. Do they have the piece to close out this game? So they go into the Gundron and back on top of the money one. The suspense on my side. Oh, okay, they go ahead and play the Dratmon. Took that underneath. That's for a cost of 2. Playing out a Taiki from it. Oh no, sorry, no, the Taiki's the bottom of the deck. As you see, the Tamers get a hell of a lot messier than you'd like it to be. It's like they're very similar to Crossheart. It's just a very messy board state. So they go ahead and put me to 2. Again, I've got to deal with the 2 things. There's one in Raisin and there's one on board as well. So I think we are pretty much finished here. We've not had the most optimal hands. It looks like we've only had like that one level 5 throughout the game, which is the bow one earlier on, which would have been better if we'd seen one of the other ones, which are when Digivolve in Trash 3, because we may have been able to capitalise on the turn a little bit more. But we will go into the Imp one at the back. I don't know if we're at that 20 criteria as of yet. Yeah, it's looking like there's very little to do, because we're going for the Wizard, so clearly we're in a bad way. So we'll go ahead and trigger that by Mako, gain a memory. And do we have a follow-up play? So going for the Wizard X, which we kind of misplayed on that one there, so we'll go ahead. Draw Trash 2. We missed on everything there because we did put a card on prior to it going into the Wizard X. This is another thing, you get punished for those misplays. Triggering the Mako at the wrong times, where you're going to draw the card you just put on top of the deck. Doesn't always benefit us. So we're going to go ahead and put the Imp on top from the Wizards from effect. We'll play those out. Well, we'll trash those 2 and trash a further 2. Trash further 3 from the Impmon, and then be able to play out the Imp, which allows to reveal top 4. I'm having a look here to see if I've got a better Imp, for example the Warp one, because at this point, if I do have that to hand, I can at least go into Beelze and potentially clear enough a board. But again, with the Wizard X now being suspended, we've got no blocker, but we're just kind of forced into going for that swing. We are grasping at straws here. So we've managed to be able to clear out the body on board, but as we've got no blocker, we've got no way to stall out for the next turn. It is pretty much game here. So we are going to go round 3 is 1 apiece. 1 to Beelze X Ante to take the first round, followed by Hunter taking the second round. Let's get into the round 3. Load up now. And we're back for round 3. Okay, so in this one here, Hunter is going to go first in this one, which is played by my teammate Holu Kyuchi, goes from Monimon into the Akakimon. Let's see how this one plays out. So he does go for the Shoutmon King, tuck in one for the Digicross, not that source though, but that one, which I believe he will play out a Tamer, so it plays out the U. So it costs him 3 to do that, but he does get a body and he does get a Tamer off it, which just seems like a good amount of value to be grabbing from just tucking an additional card. So we'll go into the Impmon, go into Wizard X, and then we'll play out the Imp to search top 4 for a Beelze at hand. So again, we've bottom decked another Bowmon there, so we'll see we're stacking that to the top, we'll take the Beelze there. And that does seem to be one of the consistent issues today, is that's that level 5 ratio, which probably may need some tweaking after all this. So it goes to the Shoutmon King swing, and it hits a Imp, so he does live. He's going to swing with the Akaki, I don't see why he wouldn't, so it's with the swing. And it hits an Imp again, so that one's 2k, so that one does kill it. But it's still not fantastic for us there. Already 3 security in there, and they've already got the presence of a Tamer and a body on board and a material saved under their Tamer. So we are on the back foot straight away, unless we can capitalise being able to go up into the level 5 straight to the 6. Okay, so they do go for another U, so they do choke us down to 1. We go ahead and raise out. Realistically, what we need here is the Wizard X at the very least. So there we go. Wizard, when they allow us to trash 2. So we get no triggers off those, just some more imps in the trash. Seems like all my rookies are flying out of my hand already. Now, it probably makes sense here to go ahead, swing into the Shoutmon King there, stack something good and get a trash off of the Yamon. So we're going to opt to use the promo at this point. It all depends on what's on our hand, because if you haven't got anything worth trashing, it's just going to put us a less in hand advantage, to be honest. So we do reveal, and the Yamon trigger, which will be trigger 1. It was a promo, and also Deathling, so we do end up getting into memory. Sometimes though, it's not working on our most beneficial, but we do have the bad one there. So we go down to 0. We've added a Beelze mod already, so I don't see. Realistically, it doesn't seem the worst case to actually, just evo up into that level 6. So we do something with the Imp that dies, and then we will go into the Beelze. We've opted for the older Beelze, which will let you trash 2 on Digivolve and also when attacking. We do lose 2 Tamers there, which is a bit tragic. We don't gain any ring back, so we have currently put them to 3, which is a good amount for what they need to do. And this is where it comes into it really, is whereas that Bowmon, if we'd had the newer Bowmon, we would still retain the effect to play out Beelze if I've got 10 in trash. But we have now, because it's the old one, we don't have that facility in play, which just causes some issues there because we are suspended. So it's playing out the Trapmon, tuck in, and it's going to play down. Is he going to play down anything, or is he just going up? Is he going making the plays for the Restaurant Superior mode? Okay, so it does Digivolve up. I believe that's just into a Restramon. And then so Restramon has the effects as the Digivolve 2 for level 3 if the card text contains save. If the Digimon has 2 or more Digivolve cards, it gains Rush. And has Undeletion save. It also has the when attacking, what's planned if this Digimon has saved and its card text draw 1. So he does go into the superior mode there. I believe he opts to take out the Beelze stack. At the end of turn he does get to attack anyway, so he does get to make sure he's cleared out everything. I do want to take the gamble there to lose the body to security, then to let my things get out of hand. Oh no, he doesn't. Let me see the criteria for that one. If this one has 4 more distribution cards, this one will attack without suspended. Okay, so he did. So I've gone ahead and just used the option card. That's the new one for BT12, which deletes the lowest level. So that just removes the threat on board at that point. My hand isn't fantastic here, as you can tell by the fact I've not even gone into an imp when I raise him. Just throwing down his tamers, getting set up. That's his memory setter one. And then the clock shot man just to dig for a few extra cards. So it's a reveal 3. So Quartzman goes to the bottom. And do I have a response here? So we're just going to throw down the Wizard X Ante. We are missing level 3s at this point, as we've seen earlier. We trashed a few. We had 2 in security. I did evolved into 1 earlier. I played out 1. So we are already running low on our level 3 count. So it's a little bit rough on our side. So we're hoping to capitalise by at least getting the level 4 to stick to board. Okay, so we're taking a little bit more damage there from Hunter side of things. We do get to pop their body on board, which is a nice little bit of a setback for them. But we're still not looking great here. Only a Wizard X on board, nothing in raising, only 2 security left. Yeah, it's looking like a very bleak time here for Beelze. And so, go ahead and play the calling out to go and get the pieces back. I believe they add back the Arrestramon and the Arrestramon's superior mode. Sorry, it looks like the Psych one at that point there, sticking under the Kakimon. I think that'll go, yeah, the Arrestramon from that one. Tapping the U's to take some of the stuff from underneath them. To go up into superior mode. So I do lose the body because they can lower down by 2k and then delete 4k or less. So that's my board presence gone entirely, and they have just taken down another security. So we'll just go ahead and remove that body again using Rival's Barrage. Doesn't go into play. Its delay only plays when you mill it, basically. But yeah, no, the hand is not fantastic here. I'm stalling with options, but realistically, without some rookie base to go from, it's just looking to be over here. So they go into the Psych one at the back. Haven't opted to use any of the using that to gain any memory. And they'll throw down 2 Taikis. So Taiki and you, the main difference between the two is you will, if you can put a card underneath that has save, gain a memory, Taiki will draw a card. And we have just hard played at Beelze. That gives you some indication as to what the hand is that I have. If they have anything that has rush here for the follow-up, they're good to go. But they are going to make use of the Taiki here, tucking a card, drawing a card. I think he's decided to use the other one as well to draw another card. And it's going to swing. And yep, they're good at that point, just an imp. It looks like I might be doing a little bit of digging. Have they got a piece to close this out? I think it's two source underneath and it gets rush. Using the 2-second source there to go swing for game, and there you have it. That is round 3. It's 2-1 to Hunter at the end of it there. Good first round from Beelze, but sadly we couldn't push for the win.